What happens when a key global oil choke point becomes part of an economic showdown? That question is suddenly back on the table. Welcome to the Automated Daily, Top News Edition, the podcast created by generative AI. I'm Trent Teller, and today is August 24th, 2026. Here are the stories shaping the day. This episode is brought to you by Consensus. Consensus uses AI to help you find and understand research papers, and you can get a free month. Find the link in the episode notes. We begin with a new turn in the U.S.-Iran standoff. Washington is preparing a broad new sanctions package aimed at tightening pressure on Iran and on trading partners that help keep its economy moving. At the same time, Iran's parliament committee has approved a draft provision that could allow Tehran to charge ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important energy routes. Adding to the pressure, Iran's rial has dropped to a fresh record low, a sign that markets are bracing for tougher days ahead. The big reason this matters is simple. When finance, shipping, and oil all come under strain at once, the effects rarely stay local. In Europe, support for Ukraine is becoming even more structured and long-term. The European Commission has approved another 6.1 billion euros in aid so Ukraine can buy air defense systems, missiles, ammunition, and radar as Russian attacks intensify. Alongside that, the leaders of the UK, France, and Germany have convened the Coalition of the Volunteers, a group of about 50 countries helping fund Ukraine's defense. Put together, these moves show that key European governments are not only sustaining support for Kiev, but also organizing it in a way that looks built for a long war rather than a short-term response. In Central Asia, Kazakhstan's parliamentary election has delivered a sweeping win for the newly formed pro-government Adilet Democratic Party, according to exit polls. The result tightens the establishment's grip in a country that matters well beyond its borders because of its size, natural resources, and position between Russia, China, and the West. The next question is whether this stronger mandate produces real policy changes or simply a more polished version of the status quo. Also in the wider Eurasian region, Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan have signed what they are calling a Treaty on Eternal Friendship during President Ilham Aliyev's visit to Tashkent. The title is dramatic, but the practical point is clear. Both countries want deeper coordination on politics, trade, transit, and regional influence. That matters because transport corridors and energy links across this part of the world are becoming more strategically valuable as larger powers compete for access and leverage. In Guinea, a landfill landslide in the capital Conakry has killed at least 30 people. Residents and waste pickers were buried when part of the site gave way, turning a chronic urban problem into a mass casualty disaster. Beyond the immediate tragedy, the story points to a bigger issue seen in many fast-growing cities. When waste management, housing, and infrastructure fall behind population growth, the risks become deadly very quickly.
In the western United States, Nevada is dealing with a fast-moving wildfire that has now burned more than 10,500 acres and is pushing toward residential areas. The governor has declared a state of emergency, which opens the door to broader state and potentially federal support as evacuations expand. Officials are also warning about air quality and threats to infrastructure. It is another reminder that wildfire season is no longer a narrow local problem. It is becoming a recurring test of public safety systems, insurance capacity, and climate readiness. In Africa's Sahel region, Chad has placed its army on high alert after aircraft and drones linked to the war in Sudan carried out strikes inside Chadian territory. That is a serious escalation because it suggests the Sudan conflict is not staying contained within Sudan's borders. Any continued spillover could drag neighboring states into a deeper security crisis and make an already fragile region even harder to stabilize. And in the United States, the arrest of the father of a sailor serving on the USS Abraham Lincoln has become a national political flashpoint. The sailor is on a record-long deployment, and the case is drawing attention because it sits right at the intersection of immigration enforcement, military service, and family sacrifice. Stories like this tend to resonate far beyond the legal details because they raise a basic public question about how policy is felt inside households connected to national service. Thanks to our sponsor, CrispCall. CrispCall provides agentic cloud telephony for modern businesses. Find the link in the episode notes. Those are today's top stories. Pressure building around Iran, deeper European backing for Ukraine, new signs of political consolidation in Central Asia, and emergencies unfolding from Nevada to West Africa. Thanks for listening to the Automated Daily, Top News Edition. I'm Trent Teller, and I'll be back with the next update.